Our story begins with a teacher and a student at a local cafe. The student gives a listening ear while the teacher ponders her future. The student asks what sort of person the teacher was when she started college. The teacher reveals that she was a loner with no sense of direction in life. It was difficult to work with others as her anxiety made her uncomfortable in crowds, but a private tutor job was within her comfort zone. The teacher never thought she would be one for the limelight, but change is an inevitability that we must all face. It is easy to get used to the monotony of life and just see yourself simply going with the motions. Circumstances come to shake up that monotony, bringing new people, new adventures, and a new life. Merm4id's Hidaka Saori is one such woman who goes through such a metamorphosis. Although the ebb and flow of the tides made the ride bumpy, she changed into a new person, enriching not only her own life, but the world of Dig Delight Direct Drive DJ. Saori's story begins with nothing spectacular, just a routine visit to the local instrument store, jamming on the demo DJ set. She always loved DJing and played a bit here and there growing up. It was nobody's business, just something she did when there was a moment to spare. However, fate plays its hand as Saori is beset upon by known party girl of Seiho University, Seto Rika. Rika, enamored by Saori's DJ skills, thinks she's a party girl and drags her along to a social event. She is initially anxious upon arrival, but fortunately for her, there is a DJ set for her to play on with her new friends. Little did she know at the time, her minor hobby would be the gateway to a new world. After one impromptu DJ session, Saori joins up with Rika and Marika to form a DJ unit. While she was skittish when first meeting Rika, she is quick to warm up to her and is enthusiastic about being part of a DJ unit despite her inexperience. Not long later, they are joined by Dahlia and together form Merm4id. To keep the momentum going, they find themselves doing their first performance at the well-acclaimed Club Frolic. This is where Saori's main narrative aspect reveals itself. She will go back and forth between enthusiasm and pessimism in every situation she finds herself in. Road to D4 Fest Merm4id has her go through several episodes of negativity, doubting her musical abilities. Upon their debut, while the rest of Merm4id expresses excitement, Saori is nervous, fearing the show will flop. The others recognize her stage fright and rally together to improve her mood, leading to a successful first showing. They are immediately invited for a second show at Club Frolic. While the other three are excited of potentially becoming regular performers, Saori feels pressure to live up to audience expectations. One would think that she would see the immediate invite as a boost to her confidence, but she is pessimistic, worrying Merm4id. What is revealed is that Saori was thinking about making an original song for this performance, adding pressure onto herself. She technically did not need to make a new song, but something awoken within her to push herself. She embraced this new chapter and wants to make the most of it, yet has moments of anxiety that cloud her mind. Her initiative on improving Merm4id's musical quality clashes with these anxious episodes, begging the question, why is Saori so double-minded? Saori suffers from adicophobia, an anxiety disorder stemming from the fear of failure. Adicophobia often manifests itself as the aversion of doing new things with the impression that the experience will be a negative one. This is often the case with Saori as she is highly resistant to partake in new activities. Her mind runs all sorts of scenarios where the situation ends badly, reacting negatively from making excuses to outright premature panicking. Throughout Groovy Mix's narrative, Saori's adicophobia creates conflict in Merm4id's stories as she is dragged into new territory by her friends. Each challenge provides opportunity for her to grow in her personal journey, becoming a woman brave enough to face her fears. Connect Our Hearts Together begins with Mermaid accepting a job offer to appear in a music video promoting a wedding venue. Between her first appearance in a music video and wearing a bridal gown, she is anxious to the point that she tenses up, giving herself a stomachache. Seeing Saori's distress, Marika gives her medicine to soothe her condition. In reality, this medicine was just candy, but used the placebo effect to release Saori's mental stress, also relieving her physical stress. The theme of the story is that having a positive mindset can overcome any situation. At face value, this philosophy is naive at best, but the story wants Saori to find the strength to believe in herself, because when she does, she is capable of accomplishing impressive feats. After a mermaid story gives its main thesis, Saori is given an opportunity to apply the lesson being taught. In the latter half of Connect Our Hearts Together, she finds a woman suffering from a stomachache. Turns out, she is a bride in the middle of a wedding reception and is worried that her sickness has ruined her big day after her hubby put in so much work. Saori volunteers to put on a DJ show for the reception guests to save face for the couple. When she is not dwelling on her nervousness, her strongest character trait surfaces for a heartwarming climax. She is often praised for her resourcefulness in finding practical solutions to every problem she finds herself in. However, her greatest quality is her compassion, moving her to action for those in need. When she believes in herself, all negativity is pushed aside as the positivity in her heart saves the day, enriching the world around her. In the member card story, The Real Good Thing, Mermaid draws fortunes as is tradition while visiting a shrine for New Year's. Saori is ecstatic when she draws a good luck fortune. However, she is then riddled with bad luck, like spilling food on herself and having a thong snap off. She becomes frustrated with the rough start to the new year, but that quickly dispels upon bumping into a lost child. Saori's compassion for the girl overrides her anger, forgetting her misfortunes as she is quick to comfort her. She offers help to the lost child to find her mother, which is quickly resolved. As the reunited family depart after thanking Mermaid, Dahlia muses of Saori's inclination to help others no matter how bad her surroundings are. No matter how negative the mind becomes, her heart beams with positivity when it counts.
お母さんが見つかってよかったね。いえいえ、大丈夫ですよ。無事にお母さんが見つかってよかったです。バイバイ。ふぅ。大吉引いたのにいいこと全然ないって感じだったけど、あの子、すぐにお母さんに会えてよかった。
そうだね。本当のいいことって、沙織があの子を助けて感謝されたことだと思うんだけど、沙織にとって誰かに手を差し伸べるのって当たり前のことなんだろうな。当たり前のことすぎて、いいことが起きてるって気づいてない。沙織らしいよ。今年はいいことが起きる年になりそうだね。
私もそう思う。マリタも。私はそんな気しないんだけど。
Since Saori is often caught up in her own head, she does not know how much her time with Mermaid changed her. Non-stop, The Best, tells a story of Mermaid going to Singapore. It begins with Saori's narration showing her concern as this is her first time being outside of Japan. As the trip goes on, she shows her daring side as she leads the others to observe tourist attractions and eagerly tries the local eateries. During the trip, Rika is itching for a good bet, which ends up getting her caught in a wager with a local DJ. The terms are, if Mermaid wins, they get a free meal. but the local DJ goes for high stakes, stating that if Mermaid lose, they have to stay and help her with a couple of gigs. Seeing that they have to catch their flight back to Japan the next day, Marika and Dahlia are reluctant and want to decline, but Rika cannot back down from a challenge. Normally, Saori is the timid one, while the others push through with the positive thinking, but this time around, she is the brave one, backing Rika's rambunctious gambling. Despite being in another country, she stays focused and uses her superior DJ skills to hype up a foreign audience, winning the bet. As non-stop, the best comes to a close, Saori is sad that she is leaving Singapore after falling in love with it. While it is easy to chalk her feelings off as traveler's high, this is not a sensation Saori would experience if she decided to stay home. Road to D4 Fest 2, Mermaid, begins with her fears from driving DJ Saori becoming a reality. Rika, craving some adventure, decides that they're going to do a Japan-wide tour after learning that Saori just obtained her driver's license. Saori is opposed to the idea at first, especially with being a new driver and all. However, she cannot say no because she knows it wouldn't work on Mermaid's frequent 3v1s anyway. Instead of dreading over the fact she is not accustomed to traveling, Saori makes the most out of the road trip, focusing on making the tour a success. From first-time camping to exploring new places to getting new threads, she finds herself enjoying her time with Mermaid. Her focus on increasing their renown by improving her DJ skills turns her new driver jitters into an afterthought. It is almost as if she is a different person when she is on her traveler's high. Progressing northward, they encounter traveling DJ Kanade needing some mobility help. After the obligatory DJ info dump, Saori volunteers to help Kanade get to her next gig. The anxious new driver is nowhere to be seen as she is eager to assist yet another stranger. Fortune smiles upon her as Mermaid is awarded more clout by making a guest appearance at her show. Fast forward to the end of their road trip, they meet Kanade again on her home turf of Hokkaido. Saori again offers to give her a lift to her base of operation, this time awarded a sake lore dump. They are regaled of how the Photon Maiden changed from an astronomy nerd to a professional DJ. Saori sees a kindred spirit in Saki, pondering her potential for growth.
マーメイドの活動でも手一杯なのに、さらにお店まで持ったら私の胃が持ちそうにないな。それに全国ツアーを通じてやっと知名度も上がって出演依頼があっちこっちから来るようになったのに足かせになりそう。あれ？あの写真、さきちゃん？
どうかしたの、サオリ？
ダリア見て、この写真。フォトンメイデンの出雲さきちゃんだよね。どうしてここに？そうだったんですか？
確かに初対面でそれはびっくりするね。へえ、この可愛い猫のぬいぐるみってさきのだったんだ。
ダリアって猫好きだよね。そっか、この箱がなかったら今のさきちゃんは存在してなかったかもしれないんだ。かなでさん、さきちゃんの DJ ってやっぱり最初から今みたいにすごかったんですか？ D4 フェスの時もビビりまくってた私と違ってさきちゃんは堂々としてたもんな。やっぱり初のライブからああいう感じで。そうだったんですか？
へえ、ちょっと意外かも。
なんだ。さきちゃんにもそういう時期があったんだ。なんか少し親近感が湧いてきたかも。私はまだまだだけど、頑張ればさきちゃんみたいに何事にも動じない DJ プレイができるのかも。ねえダリア、今夜のライブ頑張っていいのにしようね。
もちろんそのつもりだよ。来てくれたみんなにサイ&コーな音楽と踊りを感じてもらわないとね。
Of course, Saori's road to growth will always be an uphill battle, as her Atticaphobia often sneaks up to cramp her style. In the All Mix episode, Negative Positive, after another one of Rika's adventures, she meets an American music producer named Laura Bradley. Somehow, she managed to score a collaboration project to produce Mermaid's new song for Maneki Neko. On cue, the rest of Mermaid is oblivious to Bradley's fame, while Saori begins panicking under the pressure of working with someone of international renown. After some convincing from the others, she steels herself to rise to the challenge. Even before meeting the producer, she psychs herself out, thinking too much about their skill level difference. As a result, she goes full throttle on the language barrier issue and forgets about using a translator despite using one in Singapore. Meetings come and go unfruitfully, adding on to her anxiety. Dahlia points out that Saori's head is in the wrong place and should trust herself more, a lesson she has learned many times throughout D4DJ's narrative. After some much-needed rest and clarity of mind, Saori realizes that Dahlia is right and sees what she needs to do. Inviting Mermaid out to listen to some music, the best medicine is to just go clubbing, like they always do. Saori only needed to be confident in herself because she has what she's always needed, her mermaid vibes. Feeling charged up, she quickly composes a song that pleases not only Laura Bradley, but herself as well. After a stunning performance to My Dear Friend, she reminds the rest of Mermaid that she loves them and that her place is always with them. Negative Positive is All Mix's tribute to Saori's character arc, showing who she is, overcoming who she used to be. Typically in Mermaid stories, Saori always assumes the worst, but it doesn't happen because she has the support of her friends. Oddly enough, the worst does in fact happen once for her. Side Origin Mermaid tells a story of Mermaid looking to expand their brand considering their increasing popularity after their nationwide tour and appearance in the second D4 Fest. To accomplish this, they lease a studio using not only Mermaid's official funds, but a hefty sum of each member's personal savings. Being in a rush to celebrate their official branding, they host a performance at the newly opened Club Mermaid. Maybe Saori should have been a little more skeptical, as their negligence causes the building to boom shake into a flooding accident. Disheartened by the humiliating display and financial crash, Rika and Dahlia fall into depression, leaving Saori to deal with the fallout. Saori assembles the rest of Mermaid to discuss how they're going to bounce back from the Club Mermaid debacle. Marika and Dahlia are on board with developing a new game plan, but Rika has no words as she is ashamed of her recklessness that got them into this abysmal situation. Seeing how uncharacteristically negative Rika is being, Saori figures that she needs to be Mermaid's beacon of positivity.
リカ、
私が余計なこと言わなければ、みんなに迷惑かけなかったんだ。こんなこともうしないよ。だから。
そんなのリカじゃない。
沙織？
迷惑かかったからって何なの？リカが今までのやり方を変える必要なんて全然ない。
沙織。
どんな時でも後先考えずに突き進むのがリカでしょ。これくらいの失敗でめげたりしないでよ。
沙織の言う通りだよ。私たち4人で一つのマーメイドだもん。失敗も成功も全部4人で分け合っていこう。突っ走らないリカなんてリカじゃないよ。転んでも走るのをやめないリカが私は好きなんだ。みん
なごめん、一人で悩んで沙織の言う通りだよ。 マリカも私のこと信じてくれたのに、期待に応えられなくてごめん。ダリアの夢を応援するつもりだったのに、私のせいでチャンス潰して、本当にごめん。
もういいんだよリカ。責任はみんなにあるんだから。
ブロードウェイで踊るチャンスだってこれが最後じゃない。何度だって挑戦できるんだから。
私たち今までリカ一人に任せすぎてたんだよね。だからこれからは4人で突っ走ろう。いいこと言うね。さすが副社長。ちょっと冷やかさないでよ。
沙織っていつもリカの暴走を止める役割だったけど、本当は止めたくなかったんじゃない？
そうなの？沙織。
じゃなかったらあんなに怒ったりしないよね。そうじゃなくて、4人で話し合って決めたことならどんな結果になっても気にしなくていいってこと。
はいはい。
昔はあんなにネガティブだったのに、今じゃ沙織が一番ポジティブだよね。別にポジティブになったわけじゃないけど。
でも一番肝っ玉が座ってるのは沙織かもね。
だってこんな状況、もう開き直るしかないじゃん。
There is always a weird sense of naivete when characters tell each other that they don't need to change. However, Saori tells Rika not to change from her spunky, spontaneous nature because that is what allowed her to change for the better. She knows life has its misfortunes, but instead of dwelling on the past, you can get back up and move forward. What makes this scene special is that Saori is normally the timid one, needing Mermaid's support. But this time, she is brave, willing to face uncertainty. She is a living testament of how believing in herself has accomplished great things and reminds Mermaid that when they believe in themselves, they can achieve anything as a team.
日高ちゃん、私たちと DJ ユニット作ろうよ。
そこからはみゆちゃんも知ってると思うけど DJ ばっかり。それまで別世界だと思っていた場所に私の居場所があったんだなって。確かに出会った頃と比べて沙織さんの雰囲気も少し変わったように思います。
After so many mermaid adventures, where does Saori go from there? We'll always be together, even if we're apart, tells a story of Saori considering career prospects. She realizes that she needs to think about the future and starts applying to different jobs, eventually landing an internship at the ever so subtle Musha Road Incorporated. At first, she is concerned that the job will be difficult, recalling how in the past, her anxiety made it difficult to work with others. To her surprise, she performs exceptionally well, impressing her supervisor with how quickly she adapts to the job. Saori reflects on how her time with Mermaid changed her as she applies her DJ skills in the work setting. As this is happening, she is spending less and less time with her student, Lyrical Lily's Miyu. Miyu begins entertaining thoughts of what might happen if the internship becomes a full-time job. Will that mean Saori will no longer be your tutor? Will that change their relationship? Will Saori even be part of her life anymore? Miyu is anxious that they would drift apart after growing so comfortable with their student-teacher dynamic. When you're young, it is easy to become bored with monotonous routines, especially if you're stuck being a second-year high schooler for 4 years now. When we get older, the reality of stepping into a new, unfamiliar world brings a strong sense of dread, losing the security of what we have taken for granted. Even a month after announcing the end of one life to pursue another, how do we accept something that we have become so comfortable with? On the final day of Saori's internship, Miyu desperately wants to meet with her to wrestle with these anxious thoughts.
沙織さん、今日まで本当にお疲れ様でした。インターン大変でしたよね。 ありがとう、みゆちゃん。まあ大変だったけど楽しかったよ。
それなら本当に良かったです。それで、
ああ、しばらくバイトに行けなくてごめんね。また前みたいに戻るから。
それはとっても嬉しいんですが、実は、一つお話ししたいことがありまして。
何かあったの？
沙織さん。ですね。
みゆちゃん、落ち着いてからでいいから、ゆっくりちゃんと言いたいことを言ってみて。
はい。沙織さんが就職して、私の家庭教師とかメイドという立場がなくなっても、今みたいな関係を続けていただけますか？
それを言いたかったの？
はい。最近の沙織さんを見てたら、このまま私置いていかれそうな気がして不安で。
そっか。質問に答えたいところだけど、その前に人生の先輩として一つアドバイス。別れってそんなに悪いもんでもないんだよ。私も今日仕事の先輩からそれを教わったし、別れがあるから新しい出会いもある。私にとってリカやマリカやダリア、それにみゆちゃんとの出会いがそうだったみたいにね。
でもそれでもやっぱり別れるのは寂しいんです。
Saori takes Miyu for a bit of a whirl, not directly answering her question, but imparts wisdom she acquired through her time with Mermaid. Life is full of change as new beginnings start after something else comes to an end. Change is inevitable, but we decide whether we face them or flee from them. Saori tells Miyu not to be afraid and accept change. This was the lesson she has been accumulating throughout D4DJ, with every live show, every traveling adventure, every day with Mermaid. The teacher reassures the student that even with the changes time brings, she will always be her friend because true friendship goes beyond position and place. The story ends with Saori taking the opportunity to renew their bond in true mermaid fashion with karaoke like the party girl she is. The sentiment Saori gives Miyu hits so much harder now that Hazuki Himari is retiring from the entertainment industry. She has found something that she wants to passionately pursue in life, and that means her time with Mermaid must come to an end. It doesn't hurt any less that things must change, but at the same time, there are things that simply must be accepted. Hazuki Himari, we thank you for your 5 years bringing the character of Saori to life and watching how you have grown. The D4DJ community loves and appreciates you, and we hope for the best wherever you go next.
それじゃあ友達記念に今からカラオケにでも行こっか。
今からですか？
大丈夫。何せ保護者兼友達同伴だからね。あれ？なんだか今の私、もしかしてパリピっぽい？これもみんなの影響なのかな。
それなら少しだけ。
よーし、そうと決まれば今日は思いっきり歌うよ。みゆちゃんもどんどん歌っちゃおう。
それじゃあ私は賛美歌を歌います。
カラオケで賛美歌？なるほど、そうきたか。でもそういうのってカラオケに入ってるのかな？
入ってなくてもです。だって友達の沙織さんに聞いてほしいんですから。